We continue with the discussions of mass and volume flow rates, but now we try to show some of the things with pictures and trying to show with the help of some velocity fields and the terminology that we have been using or will be using in developing equations of mathematical equations of motion. So, for example, we were talking about the average velocity, and you can see here that the average velocity picture on the screen is showing you that what is the average velocity that can be considered. If we consider that a fluid is flowing, let's say in a pipe or which is in a cylindrical form, then this is a partial cylindrical motion. As we are facing it, as we are looking into it, the velocity profile looks like this after a certain time. In the beginning, it's uniform, but you can see the velocity slowly changing from zero. It's zero at this point, and this is due to viscosity. I had mentioned you earlier, the viscosity property of the fluid doesn't allow it to move away from the boundary. It sticks to the boundary, and therefore this part is zero. But as slowly the fluid moves away from this boundary, the effect of viscosity reduces. As it reduces, the fluid picks up its speed. So its speed increases as it goes up. And after a sufficient distance, its speed becomes constant. And the velocity profile shape is what you see, is like a parabola as you are seeing it now. And the average velocity region that has been shown to you is this, if it is to be taken, let us say, on a certain area. So, with the red dots, you have been shown the area that can be considered as under consideration. And this is a cross-section, and cross-section in such a way that this is a rectangular face. So area has to be length into breadth. But remember, when we will be talking about controlled volume, then the third dimension will also occur. And therefore, in terms of volume, we will be multiplying AC with Vn as I have shown you earlier. These are similar things that we have been writing already, and again some of their depictions in picture form, so they will be with you. And when we want to develop the equation of conservation of mass principle, and we are considering the mathematical terms, then with this picture we have to try to show that what is a term referring to real form or real fluid flow situation. So if it is an area or a surface area, then surface area is curved, as I have said, and so therefore it will be dA, shown by dA, small area shown by this little picture. And this can be, you can see that since it's very small, so curve doesn't come into it, and this can be considered only as length into breadth. And if it is a volume, of course, then it has to be 3-dimension, as you can see that there are a 3-dimensional consideration, and the control volume is indicated by the red dots, as also known to be control system. We try to write down the equation in a formal manner, and if we do, then the same things which we have mentioned earlier can be written as this. because the rate of change, if the rate of change of mass in minus rate of change of mass out has to be constant, then its derivative will be 0. When we are differentiating it, you see the equation on the right hand side to be 0. Then the similar things, the areas, the volumes have been written, and all the summation. This is a summation of all the fluid flowing in, the fluid going out, and so on. And it's in the derivative form also. We are showing the same thing. And this is depicted in the picture as well, and showing the calculation. We are using here the Reynolds transport theorem that gives us a method of transforming from, when we are looking at something, through Eulerian system to Lagrangian system or vice versa. And for that the formula is what has been given above. We have mentioned it already. And if we substitute that B system to be the mass, if we consider the system that we are considering as to be the mass of the fluid that is under consideration, and the values of B and the constant to be 1, the equation reduces to what we have at the bottom. And really, this equation in the end shows us the equation of conservation of mass. A controlled surface should always be selected normal to the flow at all locations where it crosses the fluid flow to avoid complications, even though the result could be the same.